Yeshua HaMashiach. Come to you, Lord. This video will be a blessing. May I represent you well. Shalom, shalom, Mahaverim. Greetings, my YouTube mishpaha. What's up, my people? Welcome, friends, to Bible on a Bicycle. Thanks for clicking that thumbnail and joining me here today. I appreciate it. Seriously, I really do. My name is Will, and Yeshua HaMashiach is my one King, my one Lord, and my one Master. And in this here little video, I thought we'd take a look at some of the Christian comics that I'm reading. Christian comics? Christian comics? Yeah, that's right. Christian comics. I can still remember being a small child, peeling back the cover of the latest issue of the Amazing Spiderman with feverish excitement. Heck, I grew up on syndicated reruns of Superman, played by George Reeves, of course, and Biff! Bam! Adam West is Batman on our little 24-inch black and white television set. And to us kids who lived out our childhood before the advent of video games and the internet, and a time before the Marvel DC cinematic universes even existed, why comic books and Saturday morning cartoons was our only escapes from the mundane world of the adults that we were trapped in. Those larger-than-life superheroes from my childhood, like the X-Men or the Incredible Hulk, and they were the coolest. But Christian comics? Come on, man, there's nothing cool about that, right? Well, I mean, let's face it, folks. In a lot of people's eyes out there in the world and society today, there's nothing cool about being a Christian at all, let alone Christian comic books. And besides, a lot of people, when they think of Christian comic books, it often brings up those negative stereotypes like Jack Chick and his offensive and often hilarious tract, which I love, by the way, or the infamous and wholesome Highlights magazine that always seemed to be laying around in the doctor's office when I was a child. Those are often what come to mind when people think of Christian comics. But I'm here to tell you, much like being a follower of Yeshua Jesus, Christian comics have a lot more to offer than the cringy stereotypes. And if you pay attention, you know exactly where to look. You might just find yourself rewarded with the blessings of amazing story and artwork. So let's talk a little bit about the comics that I'm currently reading, such as the Manga Bible, or Everybody's Bible manga series in Japan. It's a 6-volume manga series based on the Christian Bible, created under the direction of the non-profit organization Next, a group formed by people from the manga industry. This is the first volume in the series, the Manga Messiah, and I just recently started reading this myself. As you can see, not very far into it. It was originally published in 2006, and it covers the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Manga Metamorphosis in 2008 covers the events in the book of Acts and several of Paul's letters. Manga Mutiny, published in 2008-2009, begins in Genesis and ends in Exodus. Manga Malek, published in 2010, picks up where Manga Mutiny left off and continues into the reign of David. Manga Messengers, published in 2011, addresses events starting with King Solomon and takes stories from several of the major and minor prophets and the book of Esther, and concludes with anticipation of the coming Messiah. The 6th and final book from the series, Manga Majesty, which came out in 2019, concludes the story of the Apostle John's revelation on the island of Patmos and the revelation of Yeshua Jesus, which marked the end of days. I got really hyped up when I first came across this book online, and I'm really excited to be reading it. I don't really want to say too much about it here in this little video. I don't want to give you too many spoilers, other than I am reading it. I just started reading it, and I will be making a future video letting you know what I think of it once I do finish reading it. So if you're interested in seeing that, you might want to hit that little subscribe button down there. Maybe ring that bell. Next on the reading list is a comic book series called Holsom. Nice play on words, right? There's a little story behind this one. When I went to go get these comics, I came across them online here a while back, so I thought, hey, I'll just dip my toes in the water, see what I think about it. The artwork looked intriguing, the storyline seemed, you know. To be honest, it was the cover of number 2 that sold me on it. Big giant robots. I'm a sucker for big giant robot, kaiju, you know, all that. I was raised on Ultraman and Voltron, all that Japanese anime import and all that. All those many days of anime growing up, Saturday morning cartoons. So go online, I find issue 1 and 2, and then I played the waiting game.
And now, here's a word from our sponsor.
Went to the mailbox, grabbed the package, excitedly opened it up, and wait a minute, something wrong here. Why is issue 1 so much smaller and the titles? It took me a few minutes to figure it out. So before proceeding past more than a few pages in issue 2, I delved into it a little bit. Come to find out, it's a totally different series. I don't want to get into it too much here because, again, it'll be in a future video. You might want to hit that subscribe, you know what I mean? So we had to go back to the drawing board, and I went back online and looked around. Then we ended up with a handful of them, including the first 3 issues in sequential order. So I finally get to get my toes wet on this here little comic book series. Got some reading to do. So there you have it. Some of the really cool Christian comics that are on my current reading list. Are you a comic book fan? Are you a Christian comic book fan? If so, leave me a little comment down below. Tell me what your favorites are. I'm gonna get off here and get busy. Thanks for joining me here today at Bible on a Bicycle and allowing me to share with you some of the comic books that I'm currently reading. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it to be enjoyable or a blessing to you anyway. You know the routine. Hit that old thumbs up down there, hit the subscribe button, and if you don't want to miss any in the future, ding dong dell, ring that bell. And until next time, remember, Yeshua, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Now get off of here, go ride your bike, read your favorite Christian comic books, and then go read your Bible. Forgot to show my shirt. See that? Alright. My official comic book shirt.